Hi, it's Meredith from Beadalon, and in this video I'm going to show you how to braid 9 strands of artistic wire together to make this cuff bracelet. We'll be using the acrylic tying station to hold the wire in place as we do our braid. The Beadalon tacky mats are a great way to hold the tying station in place as you're working. For this project, you'll need to cut 9 10-inch lengths of wire. Today, I'm using 20 gauge tarnish resistant brass wire. After you've cut all of your lengths of wire, you'll need to straighten them out using a nylon jaw plier. After you have your wires together and straightened, what you'll do is line them up next to each other, place them in between the pad and the extender foam pad in the tying station. Take care to tighten the nut down pretty tight so that these are held in place very firmly. Now we'll start braiding our wire. To do the braid, start by separating the wire so that each one comes out of the tool next to each other without crossing. And it's not necessary for your wires to be perfectly straight, but it helps when you're doing the braid if they're not too curved. Now I'll start with 4 wires on one side and 5 on the other. And the way to do the braid is you'll take the wire that is furthest to the side where you have 5 wires and bring it over 2 wires, under 2 wires, and to the next side. And the first couple of passes, the braid won't be that obvious yet, but it will come together as you keep going. So now I'm on this side, so I'll take the wire that is furthest to the side of the group of 5 wires, over 2, under 2, and to the other side. So now you can see the braid is starting to come together in the middle. And just like you're braiding hair or braiding ribbon, you'll do that same motion over and over again, making sure you're taking the wire all the way to the far side of the group of 5 wires, over 2 wires, under 2 wires, and over to the other side. As you're going, you just want to make sure that the crosses that you're creating are nice and even. So here again, I'm coming over 2 wires and under 2 wires. And once you've gone a couple of times, now you can see the braid is starting to come together. And I'm going to continue with my braid over 2 wires, under 2 wires, and I will meet you back when we are ready to finish it off. So now what I'm going to do is start locking these little end wires into place with loops. So the way I find it easiest to do is first just bend them up, because that allows you to see if they're going to be even once you put the loops in to lock them into place. So I'll start with these 2 here, and I'll take a nipper and go ahead and just cut that wire off and use a bent chain nose plier to wrap it around in a little loop so that it is just barely catching that wire and holding it in place. And we'll come here and close that loop up. So I have the first 2, and now I am going to go ahead and do these 2. I like doing them in pairs because then I can really get them nice and even on each side. And here, now I have at the top 2 left, so I'm going to bend 1 down and 1 over, so I'll have loops going both ways. Perfect. And now I'll just use my fingers and bend those wires back out into a better shape. And I'll do the same thing on the other side to get those wires secured in loops around each other. So now I've finished off both of the ends of the bracelet, and it's time to turn this flat bracelet into a cuff bracelet. And to do that, I'm going to use the bracelet bending pliers. This is a great tool because you use small, gentle movements to bend the wire into a cuff. I work up and back over the wire, turning it as I go. Once you have the basic frame, you can also use your fingers, again in very gentle, small movements, to turn that bracelet into either a circle or a cup. And any last minute tweaks you want to do, and then you are all finished. This is a great base for a bracelet that you can use to embellish with all kinds of beads, and you just add them on as you're doing the braid. This bracelet has a few more beads in the center, and you can see that a relatively simple design yields a beautiful result.